In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to twirl two pairs of nunchuck, developing the technique of having two intertwining patterns simultaneously, one in each hand. In doing this, I will suggest how this technique has broader importance in the martial arts. Yin-yang is misunderstood as two opposing forces playing nice by taking turns with each other, but that's missing the point. It's really two opposing forces working together in harmony, each recognizing the power of the other. Well, speaking of yin-yang, the nunchucks do come in pairs, left and a right, and I don't want to stretch the metaphor too much with the yin and yang, but there is a passive and an aggressive aspect to these. You can strike, obviously. You can also block. And so there is a yin-yang in this, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. First, before you start, there's two things you need to do. One, you're going to work out a routine with one nunchuck, and then you're going to throw in the second one little by little. So here's the routine I've chosen to do. I'm going to start back here. Okay, that's pretty simple. That's what I'm going to do. Now, you can start with two nunchucks, one in each hand, and kind of go like this. Do the same thing in both sides just to get used to having two, if you're not already. Then you can start to do your routine. This is the one I've done. Okay? Nice and slow. You can go fast as you want. And you're going to develop muscle memory on both left and right. Now, if you've done mostly with your right arm, you're going to need to work on the left. In martial arts, do you have to choose between either offense or defense, yin and yang? No. You can invoke a single tactic that has characteristics of both. It takes a subtle artist to do this, and when it's done skillfully, the enemy is easily deceived. You've probably done this a million times without realizing it, which is good. For example, when throwing a kick, your opponent might be throwing a punch. Well, you don't have to abort the kick to block the blow. You might keep kicking but throw your arm up to block at the same time. Offense and defense at the same time, yin and yang. You can improve this skill by training your brain to control the right and left sides individually. One way to do this is with two pairs of nunchucks. Once you have your routine worked out with both hands, it's now time to start getting your left and right side out of sync with each other. They're going to be in harmony with each other. In other words, you're not having two completely different things going on. There's some harmony to it, but they're different. And one way to do this is to start, again, simple. And instead of going like this, where we have them in complete unison, right, we're going to do them a little bit out of sync. Let's go 180 degrees out of sync. In other words, if this is in sync 0 degrees, then if I go like this, I'm now 180 degrees out of sync, if that makes any sense. This is sort of like, beating on a drum. Boom, 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 boom. So practice this. If you have any problems with this, if it's a piece of cake, don't worry about it. It's actually pretty natural, because it really is sort of a natural motion of the arms, right? Boom, boom, boom. And you can go faster, and until you can get it, a little smoother than what I've been doing here. So you just work on that. That's 180 degrees. Boom, boom, boom. Once you have that, the next step is to get a little bit out of a rhythm. And so if you think about playing drums or some other sort of a percussive thing, it's very natural. It becomes very easy. So let's say we'll do something like a heartbeat rhythm. Well, boom, 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 right? Now you see I'm not together in unison, and I'm not 180 degrees. Remember, this was 180 degrees. So I'm sort of in the middle, right? So boom. And you can make that as tight or as loose as you want to get a natural rhythm that's going to fit with the rest of the things you're going to do. So if I'm going to spin off to the side here, twirl down under, and then a little twirl on the way up for flourish, I need to sort of have my boom boom, my heartbeat timing just with enough lag to do those things. And that's the first thing you can practice, is get the little boom boom, and then go faster and faster, build up some muscles, some muscle memory, and things like that, which I've obviously lost. There's a passage in the Tao Te Ching that talks about the left and right hand, and it's culturally specific to the Chinese, but here it is anyway. Good weapons are instruments of fear. All creatures hate them. Therefore, followers of the Tao never use them. The wise man prefers the left, the man of war prefers the right. On happy occasions, precedence is given to the left, and on sad occasions to the right. In the army, the general stands on the left, the commander-in-chief on the right. This means that war is conducted like a funeral. When many people are being killed, they should be mourned in heartfelt sorrow. That is why a victory must be observed like a funeral. So there's some cultural things there about how the ancient Chinese used to line up at funerals and whatnot. But the importance of left and right can help you when you're thinking about yin-yang, right and left, and defense-offense. All right, now that you've got a little bit of that dysrhythmia worked up with the heartbeat rhythm, you're ready to try your routine. So what you're going to do is, for example, here's my routine: off to the side, under, and a flip on the way up. Now I've got that worked out, so now I'm ready to go.